Hi, I'm ELYSIA. Most of you know me. Sorry. Took a nap in the middle of the day. That's the most exciting thing I did today besides this. This video series that you've been watching is kind of to make up for Poets Attack, which we have every month at the end of every month, last Wednesday from 7 to 8:30. We were going to be having some poets visiting from Detroit and some poets from Kalamazoo. And unfortunately, we had to cancel due to the coronavirus. If you hear any noise while I'm recording this video, I just want to let you know it's 9 times out of 10 going to be that little bitch on the floor. Okay. So this is my book, Unruly. It was published 2-ish years ago, a little over 2 years ago. By Blaze Vox Books in New York, and it was the result of my thesis. I have another manuscript that I've been reading a lot from, so if you've seen me at readings lately, that's what you've seen. Not a lot of you have seen stuff from here, or heard stuff from here, just because I'm like, you finish a book and the last thing you want to do is ever look at it again. But I thought I would read some out of here. Let's start with a ridiculous one, just to warm everyone up. Sex, sex, sex. Today, even the methane pools and hot waves is 2 long fingers caressing the arched back of a trash can. You know the deep heat of summer, how it resonates between legs or cups a hand to the softest parts of you whispering, want, want, want. Sex is everywhere, even waiting for the bus, even finally walking home, the sunrise, brightly colored panties slapping the face of the sky, an unmistakable flush, clouds like cigarette smoke. Even the flies seem to hover in some post-coital embrace. Even the subway steam slips itself under thin dresses and is an undoing. The ordinary condensation on a glass drops into a circle on a napkin. The horrible Ouroboros. The repetition of the "oh" again, your darling. She sighs, reclines, curls a finger like flame. Shake your head. That magic at 8 says you were sinning even as you stepped. And perhaps that was the corner man, a bellows into the waning day. You keep walking. Even summer drags itself after the siren call of an ice cream truck. Now, see. I'm gonna read a poem that I love to read aloud in front of big groups, especially people from Indiana. It's called Dear Nice Indiana Girls. Maybe you've been taking it up the ass this whole time, telling God it's not his hole to worry about, fudging the rules but not enough to be afraid of consequence. Maybe you're a Panther at games Friday night for school spirit, or your first little black dress. You girls hit Starbucks, Target, Old Navy, and check, and then you've got the school spirit on your face, whiskers, and red lips, and red ring around the rosy Chad stick with a faded pink necklace. And maybe someone takes a picture of Chad's dick. Maybe Chad does. Or maybe someone takes a picture of you sucking his dick. Or just you in your black spandex to remind you the whole world is behind the bleachers with Chad after the football game. Your bright school spirit like your very own halo. Your mouth sweet and wet with ambition. Susan. Her name's Susan. That's my dog, by the way. Her name is Susan. Let's see. This one is called First Date, age 20, and I'll read another one of these. This was based on a series that I was working on where I pulled a bunch of information from people's eHarmony and OkCupid profiles to write poems, and kind of created a persona. So this is a persona, sort of, you'll see. First Date, age 20. I'm biting my lower lip in anticipation. I'm looking through my eyelashes for several reasons. First, I'm like a rabbit. Please walk with less noise. Also, I'm unsure as an umbrella in May, if we ever see May. Be ready for our date with a waterproof coat. The puddles are too large for me to cross unaided. Don't bother knocking unless you know the meaning of chivalry. Again, through lashes low. I'm so very sorry to bother you, but I also have weak ankles, and I'll need you to carry me lots of places. Can you? Do all this, and I know I'll feel it. The electricity between us, the friction of our big bodies 2 feet apart, still wearing the wool from winter. Here's a true story. Although the scars have kind of faded, I think they were on my leg. Let me tell you how I got these scars. I can ride this goddamn bike. You're not supposed to forget how to do this. I'd fallen over and over nearly 8 times and kept thinking, I can do it. I know how. Get back up, you silly girl. There had been no thinking earlier. My goose from bike gang laughing, mooning each other on the bank as I rode straight into the river because I heard the mews of 2 drowning kittens. I emerged in a foam of PBR, backlit by a shell sign, lifting the 2 slick bodies. With each squishing step, I am sparkly with want, with what is to be, with what is soaked in the toxic brine of the White River, pulling trash from my teeth. Let's see. This is one of my favorite. It's another persona poem. I went through this phase, but this one is actually about Calamity Jane. It's called For Calamity. After Mother's death, we all skittered. Done then. Down deeper than a well's dug. There was no dark pit of redemption waiting. We broke out across plains instead. Me rushing 6 brats and wagon squalor further west after Father's death, his failed farm on the salt flats. I was tired then, but I took the jobs I could muster, my weapon, not my charm. The men liked me for a clear shot, my know-how on a horse. I seen the Black Hills, Deadwood, the backs of Wild Bill's rough hands. Later, with California Joe and Valentine, I spent time gutter stumbling, stammering, stuttering rye on my tongue, no longer pretty, my face caving in, deeper than a well's dug. My eyes 2 sparrows drowned in the bucket. If you call me now, I'll rise from out my booze-soaked whistle. I'll swirl with the sound of dying. Not an apparition, not the idea of fear, but the real hairy thing. I also now have a cat who's interrupting us. That's Samson. He's also a dick. Again, there we go. That's Susan chewing a bone, being loud. I don't know how to turn the camera in reverse when it's facing me, front-facing camera, so sorry for the awkward angles. Okay, so this book too also has like drawings and illustrations and graphic art by different artists, all women and non-binary, to go along with the poems. Let's see if I can find another date poem. Oh, that's a good one. I'll write those two. First date, age 30. So about 10 years. I started my MFA when I was 21 and now I'm almost 30. So I'm curious if this rings true for me. First date, age 20 definitely rang true. I was definitely very helpless as a young woman, believe it or not. First date, age 30. I make a lot of eye contact. I'm what they call a powerful woman. My face powdered over with determination. I shake hands in boardrooms around the world where the coffee is always black. I hold my head up as I walk, 3 words, women's business suit. I've been told something about my charisma. I have it. I've got a Philly's smile. I'm fine striving against this glass ceiling. The sky is so blue. Some women are full, filled with babies, fellowship, the length of their husband's last name. I'm sure they don't envy me. There's Samson again. All right. This one is called Nature versus Nurture. Nature versus nurture is not a question to a mother. She'll tell you how slaps can mold mountains. She'll break the thermometer, a blowhard going on like the Santa Anas. A mother will outmother any other mother walking through some dusk-like park, hand to chest saying, "I'd never, if that were my child." A mother calls you for not calling her and calls you out for calling her too much. A mother has a spoon drawer and you never know where it is. A mother has had a complete hysterectomy but is still quite hysterical, you're sure. A mother needs decisively, and you need her doing just that because you are alone in this world otherwise. Alone with yourself and no one to hold a match against, no way to tell what direction is just walking into the wind. All right. I read this one a lot, this poem, this next one out a lot after Donald Trump was elected. So let's read it one more time, or a lot more times until people get it. It's called The Magic Trick. There are lots of lies to sift through when talking about what anything means, but I will speak to being a woman. We are ready at any moment for this vivisection behind the velvet curtain. Saw us in half to find a cave to crawl into. A hot, damp place where being born is the only thing to do. And then this is my last one. Again, these are from Unruly, which you can buy through Blaze Vox, V-O-X, books online. That's my publisher. There's a link on my website, which is ELYSIA, LUCINDA.com. Message if you want it, and I can direct you. It's like $16 or something, I don't know. And actually I'll have copies and you can get it from me for cheap. Jenga. Jenga because I am the compact disc in a microwave. I live between walls built of triangles, the rhetoric of good work ethic, my mother rooting for Dawn dish soap, or really just the static hum of something like dictation. Click, click, click. Take it all in, you slut. One hairy letter at a time. Clap your hands, prove you're listening to all those commercials. Do you mean my skirt must really be lifted, what with beer and bicycles and drunk handlebar mustaches? Should I buy the vacuum and ask for the kiss me necklace? Do I have to laugh every time I'm touched without my permission? Do I have to smile on command? Everything is crap, and I don't know what shade of black is my favorite anymore. I always feel like wearing sunglasses in the dark. How much is a good time like a tree falling in the silent woods? Must I always cover my breasts in newspaper? Fine. I will tell you all the bad things I have done in exchange for your friendship. Jenga, because I made the sackcloth myself and I forgot to fucking wear it. Thanks. Please buy books online. You can order them directly through me. I will post more information in the comments of this video. Thanks for supporting Poets Attack. Bye. The books and Venmo and PayPal, all the poets that are performing. We'll have more of these as this, pandemic rages on. Thank you.